Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? What I'm actually doing here right now, I'm actually pruning my potato plant, but these young vines, this is edible right here. This is food right here. Now, the reason why I'm pruning my potato plant, because we actually in August. So instead of I have them running all over the garden, I'm trying to prune them that they could focus on the plant itself, focus on the potato instead of keep focusing and pushing their energy in running the vines. So in that case, we stand a chance of able to get more potato. So I'm not really gonna eat these. I'm gonna use this in my compost pile, but people actually eat them. Like these young ones, you'll be surprised and they're very tasty. You could cook them down. Do your research, guys. It's all about doing your research. And guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. I will truly appreciate it. This is how this type of information get out there. And all I'm asking for you to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. If you on your phone, all you gotta do double tap on the screen, and that's how you could like the video. You could also share the video. Hey Pure Grow, how you doing? Peace and blessings to you. Hey Lucky, how you doing? Yes. I do cook them. I cook them. I basically steam them down. Hey BD Maze, how you doing? BD Maze asks a question. Can I? BD Maze, listen to me. I don't know anything about that, and I cannot. I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. Yes. I don't know anything about that, and I cannot tell you any kind of information about that. I like to focus on what I know and what I experience, because I don't want to give false information out there. That song like, okay, all right. You got to know, man. TikTok. All right, you guys, listen to me. I like to focus on what I'm doing, guys. So I'm gonna be speaking. I'm not gonna be focusing on the chat, because over here we try to focus on growing food and how to grow food. All right. So let's be respectful for a minute and focus on. Okay. Hey, well, Pure Grow said, hey planter, I had a couple of mango seed germinate sprout. Just broke out the soil. Well, good luck to you, brother. Good luck to you. Blessings to you. Now, with those mango seed, you will have to take them indoors. In your zone, you will have to take them indoors and bring them back out next spring. Yes, That's good vibes right there. That's good vibes right there. That's good vibes right there. Yes. I'm pure. Hey, wow. Bit BD. Send one Plant a Garden TV gift membership. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, wow. Sandra Living Life receive a gift. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Take, all right. Thank you all so much. Truly appreciate you all. And like, thank you for subscribing as well. Thank you for subscribing as well. Blessing and love to each and every one of you. Yes, guys. So over here, we're focusing on growing our food as natural as possible. Many people, oh, be them send $2. Wow. Plant me a tree. Yeah, all right, all right. Thank you so much. That shows me you guys appreciate what I'm doing. Thank you all so much. And yes, I will plant you a tree. I, I want to do a whole video. I want to do a whole video for you guys about planting. Planting different plants and how I plant them, the depth I plant them, which is very important, which is really, really important in garden success. And you guys know, I believe, okay, Pure go say, also several being planned come up too. Okay, all right, all right. You doing good, brother. You doing good. I know. I want a cherry tree. What do you mean you want a cherry tree? You want to see me plant a cherry tree or you want a cherry tree? Yes, thank you guys, man. I appreciate you all for hitting the like button. Oh, wow. Donation, blessings to each and everyone for donating to this channel. You will not, the thing is, you will not regret. You will not regret donating to this channel because it's so much you can learn from this channel. And I'm gonna do, I'm gonna basically, I cannot plant the cherry tree right at this moment, but because I don't have it at this moment. But I'm gonna get one and I'm gonna plant it live so you can see. All right, BT? BD Maze, all right? Thank you so much. Yes, so what is happening? I'm gonna give you guys, that's okay, I'll be here when you get so definitely. But I'm gonna give you guys an idea of how I plant. And this idea I'm gonna be giving you is priceless. Because this idea you don't need, if you're going through a drought, your plant still will survive through the drought. I want to give you guys, yes, I want to show you, give you guys an idea. Now, this idea I'm going to be giving you here today is priceless, all right? And the truth is, you cannot lose. You cannot lose when you plant this way. You will be a happy person when you plant this way. Because when you plant this way, is a lot of things you don't have to worry about. Now, your plant stand a chance of growing pretty tall. And if your plant growing pretty tall, you cannot expect to plant them I'm gonna give you, so now I'm gonna give you two demonstrations. How do we plant? Now, okay, I'm gonna show you exactly how I plant. I love to use my shovel or a pick. I want to show you the size of the hole. And this doesn't matter what kind of plant. This one is not for fruit tree. Fruit tree gonna be a lot bigger and a lot deeper. But this is for like peppers, okra, cabbage, man, it doesn't matter what you're planting. It doesn't matter what. If you plant them deep like this, you will be a happy person. And I'm going to show you the depth as well. I'm going to even measure it for you to see. Okay, you see this hole? Check this hole out. All right, let me show you. I'm going to measure it because I want you to have a fully understanding, and I'm going to break it down as well that you could understand what I'm talking about. You see where it is? This one is at least 13 inches deep, right? But my recommendation is always 12, 10 to 12 inches deep. All right? Well, and when you dig it deep, you soften up the bottom. You soften up the bottom. When you dig it deep, so you have loose soil to the bottom. All right, let me get a plant now to put down inside there. So say for instance now, this is gonna be a priceless demonstration, guys. And I want you all to try it. And I guarantee you, you will come back telling Planter Garden how grateful you are. Now, check this out. You see how deep I plant this? I plant it deep, down in the hole. So what I'm actually doing now, it's hard for me because it's one hand, but I'm gonna try my best. So what I'm actually doing now is filling up the holes, right? I actually filling up the hole for this plant. Now, you see how deep I plant this plant, right? Very deep. Very, very deep. I plant this plant. So every time the plant grow, what you do, you put soil around. You put soil around. Every time the plant grow, you add soil around the plant. I'm going to show you guys something here. Remember, this thing was 13 inches deep. Now, this plant root is way under the ground. All right? This is way under the ground. So when the rain come, you see, so we full it. Okay, so now say the plant get tall now, so we full it right up to the surface. You see this now? This plant is well grounded in the soil. You're welcome on Pure Grow. This plant here is well grounded in the soil. This plant could go 8 feet tall without bending down, breaking. You see what I'm coming from? So this is well anchored. Now this same plant is underneath, receiving all the nutrients, all the minerals under the soil. Now remember, say for instance you're going through a drought now. You're going through a drought season. You ain't getting no rain. You have no water to wet your plant. Guess what? This plant will still able to survive. You know why? Because the root is down under the ground and the root is still receiving moisture. You see what I'm saying? It's still receiving the moisture. So now when the sun starts penetrating, look how the sun penetrates. The sun does penetrate the surface. You see how the surface is dry? This is what the sun penetrates. But if you notice a layer down, it's still wet. So it's going to take a really, really long time before the sun could reach the root So this plant will be feeding from all the nutrients. It will be getting the water that you give it, that down into the bottom, the moisture. This is one of the best way you could plant. Now, when you plant them so deep, you could be growing a plant 8 feet tall without it bowing, without it's looking to break out the root. You know why? Because the root is grounded and that plant is feeding really well down there. Now I'm gonna give you another example. Some people plant like 6 inches deep. All right? Let me give you another example. All right, some people plant at least 6 inches deep. Hey, thank you, Be the Maze. Thank you, good man, General, taking care of the plant. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Now, we're going and do a 6 inches depth now. Now, this is a 6 inches depth, right? Let me see how much this is. Okay, this is 7 inches. We're trying to do a 6 inches hole. Now, a 6 inches hole is pretty shallow. Could you imagine planting a pepper tree in a 6 inches hole? All right, thank you so much for becoming a member. Oh man, thank you all so much. Thank you, Be the Maze. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yes, no, so we're doing a 6 inches hole. You see we're going on here? 6 inches. Look at this, 6 inches. Yes, 6 inches. Now let's get a plant and see how much it will make no sense. Let me show you how planting shallow don't make any sense at all. I'm gonna show you this, right? Now, we already shows you the 13 inches. And we show you how deep that hole was. Now we have a 6 inches hole here. And we plant this 6 inches deep. Right? Look the difference. 6 inches deep. Look at it. Right? We planted 6 inches deep. Look where the surface is. You see what I'm coming from? So now the sun is easier to get to the root of this plant if there's a drought. If there's a drought, the sun is easier to get to this root. So this plant, you might lose this plant because of the drought. This one, it takes forever. Let me show you. Let me go down. It takes forever to find this root. So now the sun gonna take months, weeks to get down to that root. So this plant will still be feeding from underneath. It will still be getting water. It still will be getting moisture, which this one gonna dries out. Why it's gonna dries out? Because the sun. Then the next thing again, when you're ready to start softening up the soil, you might be using your machete or whatever. Are you trying to soften the soil around the plant? You could damage the root. But with this one, the root is way under the ground. So because it's way under the ground, it's hard to damage this root. Now, let's go now and let's watch the plants then. So now you're growing an 8-foot plant. Right? You're growing an 8-foot plant. What do you expect from growing an 8-foot plant? You see what I'm coming from? This is an 8-foot plant. If you plant this 6 inches deep, you have problems. Deep planting help with regulated soil temp. Definitely. How can this plant stand up in a 6 inches depth planting? It's gonna break out. It's gonna rock itself out. Look at this one here. This one here have no stake, right? This have no stake. But look how it's standing up and look how tall it is. You know why? Because the root is well grounded in the soil. The root is well grounded. So this is what I'm saying. It's very important to plant deep. Plant deep. There's a lot of benefit in planting deep. There's so much benefit in planting deep because it saves your plants. It saves your plants from breaking out the root. Now, let me show you why I'm saying this, right? Now, with this plant, even though this could grow tall and the wind will blow, but it will not gonna pop the root. It will never. Hey, Penelope, how you doing? It's not gonna pop the plant. This one, if it grow that height, it will definitely break it out the root. I'm gonna show you something here. You see this plant here? This is a sorrel tree right here. On this plant, I'm gonna tell you something. I remember planting this plant. A matter of fact, it was in some soil that I have with my peppers, and it germinated between the peppers. And while I was planting the peppers, I saw it, and what I do, I just rest it in the soil. I did not even plant it deep. I just rest it in the soil, and I say, you know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna dig a deep hole and I'm gonna plant it. But it never happened. You know what happened? The plant grew, and basically, if you notice, you're gonna see the plant was actually breaking down out of the ground, out of the root. You know why? Because it did not plant deep. So now I had also come with a stick and tie it and brace it up. The reason for this one did not plant deep. This plant may be 5 inches deep because it was not my intention to leave it here. It was just in the spring, and I decided, you know what, just leave it there, and then the squash vines come and cover it, so I wasn't seeing it. When I do realize what's going on, I see this start. Look at it. It naturally bowed down. So I had also come with the stake now. So what I'm saying is, if you plant them 5 and 6 inches deep, if you get in plants to grow 8 feet tall, 7 feet tall, 6 feet tall, 5 feet tall, if the wind blows too much, it's gonna break them out the root. This one plant 13 inches depth, this stand a chance of growing tall without the wind affecting it. Also, all the nutrients, this one will be receiving all the nutrients from the soil because the nutrients is under the ground. Once you see, the nutrients is under the ground. This is the surface right here. Where is the nutrients? Under the ground. That's where the nutrients is. Down there. That's why when you dig, the deeper you dig, you find more moisture. The deeper you dig, you find more moisture. That's where you need to have your root, that the plant can get the nutrients that's under the soil. So planting 6 inches deep, I don't think it's a good idea. I'm telling you right now, it's a bad idea in many ways. It's a bad idea in many ways. One way, the sun could penetrate the root of the plant very fast. The another way, the plant is not grounded enough in the ground. So if any, when it starts growing and it starts to produce weight, what's gonna happen is gonna start leaning down to the ground. Just like this one. From the time it start getting weight, it start leaning. I had was to stake it up. You want to able to plant them deep enough that nothing, look at this one. Look how tall this is. This is a pigeon peas right here. You see how tall it is? And it's standing by itself. You know why it's standing by itself? Because its root is well grounded. You don't want when the rain come or when the plants start growing, you see it start leaning down to the side. No, you want to plant them deep. So like I was saying in a minute ago, dig your hole at least 10 to 12 inches deep. 10 to 12 inches deep. Let me show you again. And I also want to show you how you could prepare your soil. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Thank you all for all the support. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for becoming a member. Truly appreciate that. All right, you want to make sure that the root is grounded in the soil. All right, you want to dig that deep. Then preparing. How can one prepare his soil naturally? If you notice, watch here. You're going to see here, I already start preparing here. You see? That's weeds underneath there, and I cover it with the soil. Now, let me give you an idea of how you can prepare your soil as well. Now, if you notice, these are some dry weeds right here. So now we in August. So since we're in August, what can we do? We can start preparing our soil. So for instance, this is a good way to prepare your soil. So you see this? You bury that and you cover it. You cover it and leave it right there. By the time next spring, this is gonna be an area that's ready for planting. This is how simple it is, guys. It's not that complicated, and all these make it so complicated that discourage people from planting. It's a simple way. Simple way. Growing your food natural. It's a simple way. It's not too complicated. All right? It's easy to make compost. Very easy to make compost. This is ways of making compost. As you see here, this is my compost pile I'm trying to build here. As you see we have the banana. All this gonna break down for the next spring. So by the time next spring, we could start taking these composts and adds around the plants them root. Or sometimes we could also dig the hole in the spring, like I now was showing you. Dig the hole and we add it into the soil before we plant. So it's not that complicated, guys. And don't make no one make it too complicated for you, because it's really not. It's a simple process. Just use your own common sense and see how it works for you. All right? It's not that complicated. So what I now show you there is priceless. This is why I can have pepper tree standing 8 feet tall and don't have to worry about the wind break them out the root. What could happen, why I stake them, is because the weight of the peppers. That's the only reason why I stake them. Because the weight of the peppers can make we can lose a lot of limb. Because for instance, this pepper is getting heavier and heavier, right? Now, if I tie these, what's gonna happen? They're gonna pop the limb. And when they pop the limb, we're gonna lose so many peppers. So we can't afford that. You see, so we come out and we start tying them, going up. But other than that, to worry about them breaking out the ground, no. We don't worry about them breaking out the ground because we already know how deep we plant them. We make sure we plant them deep enough that they could stand up for themselves. Look at this. This is naturally standing up for itself. This is foolproof right here without nothing. Why? It able to do that because why it's able to do that is because of the depth. 12 inches deep. So it's don't bother with, don't make nobody discourage you. You cannot just scratch the surface of the plant, the soil, and just chuck it down in the soil. No, you want to make sure you plant it deep. When you plant it, right, you could come around and you could, you see, when you plant them deep, you could come around and you could use your shovel and you could soften the soil. You could dig around the plant. You could naturally dig around the plant because the root them is grounded under the soil and not on top of the soil. And you don't ever want the sun able to penetrate the root, because anyhow the sun starts penetrating the root, that's a problem. It could block the plant from actually growing and do what it needs to be done. So always make sure the roots are covered. You're not supposed to see no white root from your plant at all. Okay? And every time it's rain, you want to really come out in your garden and, you know, wake up the soil. Very important to wake up your soil. Very, very important. Because we're not trying to allow our soil to get compact. Because when our soil get compact, when the rain comes, the rain fall and runs off. We want it to go down to the root. So we want to make sure that our plants, root, receive this water from the rain. Or we don't water our plant. So we want to make sure when that rain comes, it goes down to our root and not just drop and run off. So it's really important when the rain comes, because when the rain comes, the rain just compact the soil. It beating it, and compact the soil. So now you come out after the rain and you wake it up. So when you wake it up, when the rain come again, it can go down and get to the root of the plant. This is how, I want to make this clear. This is how I garden. So I'm just showing you how I garden. I'm not here to talk about how other people garden. Everybody garden in their own way. Everybody have their own situation or their own condition or their own space. So you have to, so I cannot come and talk about other people and with the garden. No, I'm focusing on how I garden. I'm focusing on showing you the proof of this method, how this method actually works. All right, so I don't want no one to feel any way about, I'm not relating to no one. I'm relating to how I garden. And many people are not going to agree with me. But guess what? I have the proof. I show the proof of how I plant, how I grow, how I take care of them, and that's what counts. I could always go for a video and shows you, okay, this is how, this the process. Look the proof right here. So I'm not here to about how other people garden, because we all have our own way. Some people garden out of apartment. Some people garden in small spaces. So everyone have their own way. But my thing is, on this channel, we don't send you out there to go spend a bag of money and then your garden still can't produce stuff to feed you and your family. We show you how to do it without pushing your hands in your pocket. So I don't want nobody believe that I'm here trying to, no. I'm here showing you how I garden. All right, guys? We all have our own way. But to me, it's all about production. It's all about able to grow and able to harvest from what you grow at the same time. All right? The angel said, definitely, you can plant collard greens deep. Yes, you can. It's one of the best thing you can do. It's one of the best thing you can do, because the reason, like I know I was explaining, this is how your plants receive a lot of nutrients. This is how a lot of plants receive a lot of nutrients under the soil. That's where the nutrient is. That's where all the bacteria, the water under the soil. So you want to make sure you plant them that the plant. Remember, guys, we gardening in a way that we can, our plants can feed us with nutrients, lots of minerals. That's what we need in our food. If we could get these things in our food, this thing will help. And this is where we got to understand now. This is where we got to understand. Our food supposed to be our medicine. And the herbs, the food we eat, and the herbs supposed to be our medicine. If you eating food that don't have no mineral, that don't have no nutrients, that don't have no vitamins, that don't, then you're not receiving it. This is why most of the time you have to go and buy it from out of a bottle. This is why most of the time you need vitamins and you got to go and get it from, you got to buy it. You're supposed to be able to get that out of the food you grow. Where is the nutrients? Under the soil, not above. So the deeper you plant them, the more you plant, more nutrients your plant's gonna intake, and the more nutrients your plant's gonna give to you, which gonna make you a more healthy and stronger person. When like a cold try to come onto you, you could fight it. Your immune system is strong because of the food you eat. The food is giving you. The food should be the medicine to build our body, make us feel strong. Our food is not just to eat because we could eat it. Food is to eat, to nourish our body, nourish our mind, our brain. That's what food for. Not just to eat it. That's why we don't eat any and everything. Because not everything is good for our health. Not everything we eat is good for our health. Especially how it was prepared. Even how it was grown. So I'm not here to tell anyone how to grow their food. The only thing I'm doing is able to show you there's methods out here. There's natural ways you can do it and be very successful, because the benefit is just amazing. How the benefit is amazing? Because your food will feed you with what you need to keep yourself healthy. Your bones, there's food that help you. There's food that help you with your knee, your elbow, your shoulder, your back. But when no one tells you, and our own common sense should make us understand that this is real. Our own common sense. In the older days, that's what people used to use. People used to study the herbs and the remedy and the dosage. But that was taken away. So now instead of we look to the plant, we look to the place where you could go and buy it in a bottle. Nothing beat the natural. Okay, Pro say, okay, got some sprout and I'm definitely going to plant them this evening. Yes, plant them. Plant them deep. That's how your plants able to get the nutrients. Because the nutrients, the mineral, all these things is under the soil. Not on top. Under. All right? So what's up, guys? How you all doing? Thank you all for being here on another beautiful day. All right. If you're in this live and you didn't hit the like button as yet, please hit the like button. Thank you all for all the likes. Thank you all so much, because every time you come in this live, there's definitely something for you to, there's definitely something to learn. There's definitely something to learn every time you come in this live. Yes, so try out buying in the all right, all right. So I see Pure, I see you growing your own stuff, and you doing well. You just got to focus and do not get distracted. Focus on growing them natural. That's got to be, that have to be, if that be a goal, you want to be very successful. You want to see things that other people not seeing. I'm telling you. You want to be seeing things that other people not seeing. You want to be seeing plants growing 10 feet and other people not seeing it. Because you're building your soil natural. You're not building your soil in a way that takes away instead of adding to your soil. Whatever you put to your soil should be adding, not take away. All right? So I could only tell you all, man, it's a blessing. It's a real blessing to grow your own food and able to get harvest in abundance from them. All right? And we don't just grow food, we grow food to get the most out of the plant. Not just to grow it because we can't grow it. No, we want the most out of it. All right? Oh my God. Look at this pepper tree, guys. This is a hot pepper tree. A monkey face pepper. Oh my goodness. Look at pepper on this thing. Premium. And it's a massive tree too. Let me stand off that you can see. This is one pepper tree right here, guys. This is a hot pepper and it's loaded with pepper. So at the end of the day, guys, we show and we show the proof, we show the production. It's coming out here and say one thing, but the production means a lot, because when people see the production, people understand, oh yes, this is why I just ask you guys to share the video, hit the like button, because this type of information is necessary. People need to know you can grow a garden without spending a bunch of money. People need to know you could grow your food, and your food can be your medicine. Your garden is supposed to provide for you. You understand? Or you could grow your turmeric, you could grow your ginger. All these things is really beneficial for us. You could grow your garlic, your onion, your pepper. All these things really could help us. So sit down and think about the things that can heal your body and grow them. I'm going to show you a herb where many people don't even, you may be having it right in your backyard and don't even know. I see pumpkin start coming in, guys. Let me show you some plant that a lot of people don't even know about. And this plant is so, look how they're growing wild. They're actually growing wild. You see this? We call it seed under leaf. I can't remember the name that they call them up here. in different places. But this is actually seed and the leaf, we call them. You see the seed and the leaf? These are herbs, real beneficial herbs. But if you don't know, how would you use, you see where I'm coming from? So it's important for us to educate ourselves. Oh man, these pumpkins start growing wild now, boy. Wow. Okay, look at next one trying to open up there. Look at next one trying to open up there. Oh wow. Okay. The garden can be pretty as it look, but the real question is, do it produce? Definitely. Definitely pure grow. Definitely. That's a good one right there. Definitely. And this is why you only see a lot of garden with the plants and but not many people could come in the garden everyday live and show you what's going on. Every day, almost every day, I come in here live and show you guys the growth, the production, and everything of how it's going. So it's not how pretty the garden look. Is it producing? Is it producing? And that's a big question according to Pure Grow. Big question right there. This, you see this? This is a plant named shishu. Big pumpkin, yes, definitely. Look like a baby pop, yes, yes, yes. Have you thought about writing a book? You know what? You know what? You as the third person tell me that, ask me that question, I'm Pure Grow. You is the third person. And for the third person ask me something like this, I think I should just proceed and get and write that book. Because you know why? You know why? All the information is right here. All the information is right here. Because I've been doing it so much, so I could really sit down and get a book together. You're right. And the good thing about it is videos to back it. So thank you for saying that to me, because you're the third person to tell me that, and I think it's something I should really look into. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Now, this here is a plant, shishu. The smell of it, it's amazing. It have a beautiful smell. This, you wash them really good, and you pick the leaf them off the vines. Hey, goodies, how you doing? Blessings. Yes, and you take them, like you pick them off their vines like this. Yes, you see, watch. You pick them off like this, watch. Yes, Pure Grow, I'm definitely looking into that. For real, you're the third person asked me that. Right. This here, is beautiful scent. But this is what we use, and we cook them, steam them down. You could steam them down. Some people eat them in their salad, especially the famous people for this plant is Japanese people, right? Famous people for this plant. They love this, all right? Now, you go home, or right on my grill. I could do it right over there. Cook it right over there. You pick these off and you steam them down, and right there you have dinner, which this is my dinner. So this is the type of garden you want to have. A garden that you could always walk in there and get something to eat. And me, I don't eat meat, so meat don't bother me. I could just eat my fresh leaf. I can get a tomato, I can get a hot pepper, I can get a bell pepper, I can get eggplant, and I could go and make a serious cook down. So this is basically what I'm going to be eating tonight. I'm going to steam it down with some okra and some eggplant, and that will be that. Them type of food, guys, make you feel, you know sometimes you eat food. But that was a long time ago when I used to eat them type of food, not calling no name. You eat the food, and as soon as you eat the food, you feel hungry again. Is that plant invasive? Does it seed itself? Yes, very, very much. This, if you allow this to go to seed, it could become invasive. It will take over your whole garden because they produce a lot of seed. A lot of seeds. So, okay, all right. I stopped eating meat a long time ago, man. Long time ago. You see, I grew up used to eat all kind of meat. But then I get tired. I get tired of meat. And I say no more. So now I'm focusing on vegetables and these type of things. But when you eat, when you walk in your garden and you just pick some things and you go and you eat that, you feel good. You ain't need nothing for the rest of the night. You done. That's it. There's some food that you eat. As soon as you finish eat the food, you're hungry again. You want something to eat again. These things keep you. You know why they keep you? Because they're full of what your body needs. So after you eat, you feel strong, you good, you just relax. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I could only speak for myself, guys. I cannot tell you how to grow your garden. I cannot tell you what to do. But I think the reward is great. Okay, where is it? So it's a problem if led to seed. Yes. It don't really have to be a problem once you busy, because you see they're coming up in the spring. So when they're coming up in the spring, you could take out, pull them up and throw them in your compost, make compost with them. They're good for compost as well, but leaving them for seed, because these plants produce, one plant could produce thousands of seed, I'm telling you. And then they come right back up in the spring. So as a plant, you have to be very careful. You cannot allow them to go to seed. You want to be harvesting them early. You don't want them to go to seed because they will blow seed all down there. Next thing you see is one plant I had. One plant. And this thing grows seed, and 1 year, it almost take over my garden. It was everywhere. But I was pulling them out and throw them in my compost pile. But it's food. I think it's a good idea to grow one. Just be on it. Be on it and make sure it don't seed. You get rid of it before the seed. Or when it starts seeding, you grab a couple and you just pull up the whole plant and you save the seed for next season. Or you ain't even have to save it, you just leave it in the ground and it comes right back up. I I would make a main bed for them. I think it's listen me, I think it's a good plant to grow because they do not stop produce leaf. Let me show you how they does grow. They don't stop, and I always harvesting from them, and they're very easy to grow. You ain't got to do nothing to these plants. They will just grow on their own, and they just grow. They just grow and push leaf. You see that's new leaf coming out there. So you try to pick the youngest leaf them. Not you try to pick the youngest leaf them, and you try to get rid of it as soon as you realize it start flowers. You get rid of it because you don't want them to seed because they will be everywhere. If you notice, you're gonna see them every. You know what? What you see in here, I didn't plant them. They just grow up, and I pull out a lot of them out the garden. What? You have three right here. They just grow up. I didn't plant them. You have three more right here. I didn't plant them. They just grow up. All right. You see? Look at the next one here. And I cut them down all the time. You see? Look at next one here. Look over here again. I didn't plant them. They just grow up in the garden. So you see what I'm saying? It's a good plant. If you have a family that enjoy eating them, they can naturally provide for you and your family. These plants, they can naturally provide. And this is how I think about gardening, guys. I think about growing things that can feed me. Not just to grow it because I can grow it. No. I grow things because I want them to feed me. If you're able to eat fresh okra, tastes so good, man. Tastes so good. When you don't eat okra in your garden, you might eat a tomato. You might go over. Fresh tomatoes. Really good. I might need to cook dinner again, man. Yeah, that's how it is, man. Living off the land. You walk around, you could eat fresh from the garden. Fresh. When you don't, the food you're eating, you feel strong. You feel like, yes, I eat something. Yes. So you eat okra, tomato, and this is a sweet pepper here. Really good. When you're done, you feel good. Yes. All right, guys. Thank you all for being here with me today on this beautiful day again. I hope this video can get somebody busy today, can get somebody out there trying to grow something. I hope these videos is meaningful to you guys. Thanks everyone for hitting the like button. Truly appreciate you all. Thank you. Exactly, Pure Grow, exactly. Thank everyone for the support. Thanks to all the people who donate to the channel. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all so much. Thank you all for becoming a member. Thanks for becoming a member. Let me see. Yes. Thank you all so much, man. I mean, it means a lot to me because it made me feel like I'm doing something positive and I'm being well. You welcome, Pure Grow. And the appreciation means a lot to me. All right, because I comes out because I want to show others there's ways of gardening without you spending what you don't have. And that could be discouraging because a lot of people, I listen to a lot of people, and a lot of people feel blessings, God eats blessings. A lot of people feel gardening is too expensive. And yes, it can be according to who you're listening to. It can be. According to who you listen to, it can be very difficult, expensive. All right? So I just hope that these videos can show others that you can do it and you can. Thank you, Good Eats. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you all. I appreciate you guys. You guys the one who made me come out here and do videos. Because I ain't got to do no videos, guys. I could just walk around and do my garden. You know, I'm just basically showing you guys, hey Dave, what's up, man? Blessings to you. Yes. I just want, you know, you guys to understand, man. Once you put your mind to it, it's possible. And don't get discouraged. If you're trying to grow a natural garden, don't make no one discourage you and tell you to use things you're not familiar with. A natural garden is the best choice you could ever make, because when you do that, a strong flower, how you doing? When you do a natural garden, you actually, all you need to do is maintain your soil. That's all you need to do. Maintain your soil. When we use different things, what does happen is it does make we get to a stage where we have to come back and try to build back the soil, because we mess it up. Nothing is better than natural. All right? Nothing is better than natural. It doesn't matter what you do. If it ain't natural, it's going to have some kind of effect in your soil, or even your plants, or even you, because you're the one who eating. But focus on building them natural, and I guarantee you, man, you wouldn't regret it. You would not regret it. You know how long I'm growing pepper trees in the same spot over there? You know how long? In the same spot over there, and I still able to grow 8-foot pepper tree today. And I've been growing there for a long time. You know why? It's about maintaining your soil. If I was using artificial things over there, that would have never happened. I would have most likely be focusing now on building back the soil, trying to get it back, instead of maintaining it. All right? Yes, so, and this economy looking funny, so we must go. Definitely. Hey, Dave, blessings to you. Struggling to keep plants well hydrated in use. Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, I'm going to give you a little idea here. When you're dealing with heat and a garden, and you know what, this video, this live was basically on that. That was what we was on. We was on planting deep, and why it's important to plant deep, especially when you growing in places that full of heat and drought. Is important. Plant your plant, any plant you put in the ground, plant them 10 to 12 inches deep. 10 to 12 inches deep. The sun, it take a very long time for the sun to penetrate 10 to 12 inches deep. So without water, your plant's still gonna survive. In this garden, this year we had a lot of rain this year, but usually, sometimes 3-4 weeks we ain't see rain. But our plants always standing. So I recommend to you, just plant them deep. Yeah, that heat, yes, just plant them deep. You will stand a better chance. I'm telling you right now, you will stand a way better chance planting them deep. So how you guys doing on this beautiful evening, man? What's going on? How your garden going? What you growing? What you planting? That's very deep. I never planted anything that deep, but I will give it a try. Please do. Please give it a try, and make sure you subscribe to this channel, that you could come back and tell me how it works for you. All right? It works magnificent. It works magnificent. I'm telling you that right now. The reward is always great. Planting deep. The reward is always great. I'm telling you. Planting deep, the reward is always great. There's a lot of benefit from planting deep. Remember guys, this in my garden, I don't wet my plants. I The only time I wet plants is when they're young and the heat is on. I might come out and I might say, you know what? The sun is beating these plants too much. Cause the baby, this is springtime. So I'll come out and I'll wet them. Other than that, I do not. Once they start growing, the wetting over. This year, you might see me give them liquid fertilizer sometimes. But that's it. And these plants always green and healthy. It doesn't matter if I don't get rain. For 3 weeks, they're still green and healthy and producing. So it's definitely one of the greatest thing a person can do. Is plant your plant deep. There's a lot of benefit from that. Lots of benefit. So okay, any more question? Because I'm getting ready to end the live. Is there any more question, guys? Is there any more question? Is there any more question? All right. I'm gonna wait 3 minutes to see if any question gonna come in. If not, I'm gonna end the live and we're gonna continue on the next day. I wanna do a live harvesting bell pepper in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Well, no, the only plant I'm going on overwinter is some tropical fruit trees I have. I really don't overwinter, and yes, some tropical plants I have, I'll overwinter like the sweet stevia. I'm gonna winter that. Thank you, Strong Flowers. Thank you. You're welcome here, all right? Yes, but peppers, the lemongrass too. I'm gonna dig up a root of lemongrass and I'm gonna overwinter that. But that's it basically. Because why? Highlight nature, how you doing? I just want to say I am watching from the bushes. All right. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Blessing. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. All right. Thank you so much. Yes. So the reason why I don't overwinter because the growing season I have, I'm able to, it's a long growing season. So it's really no need for me to overwinter peppers and the